What's going on, everybody? This is David Bush from Social Media Boutique and Save Music Conservatory of the Arts, here to do a little bit of vocalizing and warming up. I will say this is more geared toward female vocalists who are interested in mostly R&B or jazz genres. The reason I say that is because most of these warm-ups and you being one of my students that's seen my and worked with me before know that I have basic, warm-ups that apply to all across the board singers for basic vowel placement and just phrasing in general. This is the same thing in general with me. You guys know my thing is breathing, control, don't press it, finesse it. I'm sure you remember those cool quirky sayings that I used to have. But for R&B, for the R&B singer, we want to make sure that we're not screaming at our high notes. We want to make sure that our position is good. So these warm-ups are not only, good for basic warming up, but are meant to kind of lock your placement in the right place as it pertains to head voice, when you're up in those top registers, how to kind of trick the listener by changing the vowel as far as in the back of the throat, but still your lips saying the words and the lyrics that you're trying to sing. Anyway, we're gonna get into it. So the first one, as always, I like to start every warm-up pretty easy, pretty simple, laid back. So we're gonna start with lip trill. Lip trill is exactly what it sounds like. Do that with me. You remember I like to start kind of up high and bring it down nice and easy. We don't have to press it too hard. I'm going to start, it might be a little low for the female vocalist, but I'm going to go on down to the A flat. So listen to this rhythm before we sing it. So a little high for me. It's early in the morning. I had to switch to my falsetto. So what that is a 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, or 8. But let's just keep it at 1. One more time, starting on the A flat. Follow me now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1 on the lip trill. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, let the sound come out. Again. Let's go on up to the A. Again, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. This is these are the numbers of the scale, just in case you've beefed up on your piano skills. So again. To the B flat. On the lip trill. Apologies. Again, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. On the lip trill. Again. Inhale and breathe in. Nice. So on this next exercise, we're going to get more or less into what I was saying at the beginning of this video, which is for R&B placement. You want to be, placement and phrasing is very important in general, but specifically in R&B, in my opinion, in my experience as a singer and a vocal coach, I feel most singers, when it comes to singing R&B, need to have a very well balanced placement. So follow me. We're gonna do on a nya. We're gonna go nya nya nya, nice and forward, nice and buzzy, right up front of the face, and then right after that, we're gonna on the same tones do a kind of a more of a back of the throat kind of sound. So no, no, no. And then the third one is going to be that balance well placed right in the middle, where I think works best for singers. If they can find that resting middle balance position, this serves and works best for R&B, in my opinion. No. So again, all three together. Nya, nya, nya. That's forward, now back. No, mix. No, again. Nya, nya, nya. Backward. No, almost like an opera singer. And then in the middle, the balanced one. No, putting that nice vibrato on the first tone and the last tone, which is the same note. Here we go, back. Forward. Nya, nya, nya. Back. No, in the middle, place. No. Now, it might take a few rounds, and we're going to keep going up, and you just keep singing along with me as I play. The idea is to find that middle where it's most comfortable. You don't want to force it. Sometimes the tone will lean more toward the buzzy forward, and sometimes more toward the dark, dusty back of the throat kind of sound. We want to go. You get that we're trying to land in the middle, but more than that. Not only do you want to land in the middle, but you want to let it naturally fall where your voice feels the prettiest, the purest, and the safest. Because remember, safety and not hurting our vocal cords. If you remember my example, when you sing, your vocal cords kind of massage each other, all right? And when you laugh, cough, or yell, they slam against each other, which forms on the tip of them little nodules, little swollen little glands that ultimately doesn't allow them to touch. And that's when you get the hoarse and you lost your voice kind of thing. We don't ever want to do that. It happens to the best of us, but we don't want to practice and behave in that. So where was I at? On an A? B flat. Nya, nya, nya. Dark. No. In the middle. No. Come on. 3 times. The first one's forward. The third one is dark and dusty, like an opera singer. Oh! And then the middle, the third one is in the middle. Let it fall, let it rest right where it needs to. Perfect, here we go. Here we go, breathe in. Yeah. Dark and dusty. Now perfect. Breathe. Drop the jaw, eyebrows and smiles. Buzzy. Dark and dusty. Perfectly in the middle. Breathe. Breathe. Last one, perfect. Good. If you didn't get it next time. Buzzy. Don't mind my bad piano playing. Dark and dusty. Here comes the perfect one. Right in the middle. Let it go. Let it fly. Eyebrows. Yeah. Breathe. Go. Buzzy. Come on. Dark and dusty. Perfectly in the middle. Let it rest. Vibrato. Eyebrows. Yes. Come on, breathe. Buzzy. Breathe. Dark and dusty. Eyebrows. Always. Perfectly in the middle. Come on. Vibrato. Eyebrows. Yeah. Breathe. Catch yourself on the next next go around if you miss it. Dark and dusty. Come on. Perfect. Yeah. Eyebrows. Yeah. Come on. Here we go now. Fuzzy. Forward. Yeah. Dark and dusty. Come on. Perfect. Eyebrows. Yeah. If you keep going, come on. Go to falsetto if you need to. Dark and dusty. Here we go. Perfect. If you go to falsetto, make that passaggio break smooth. Here we go. Buzzy. Come on. You ain't breathing. Breathe. Dark and dusty. Here we go. Nice and perfect. Eyebrows. Woo! Yeah, one more time. Oh, snap. Come on. Yeah. Uh-huh. Sorry. You know how I do. Perfect. Come on. Here we go. One more time. One more time. One more time. Woo! Dark and dusty. Come on. No. No. Nice and perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Breathe. Let it out. Let it out. Do not get lightheaded doing these warm-ups. If you got to stop, you got to stop. You got to stop. Drink some water. Don't forget about that water. All right. All right. All right. Let's get back into some of our older warm-ups. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go with our regular vowels. E, A, O. If you forgot, I got you. E is a pursed lips. E. You're saying ooh with the lips, but you're saying E. E. Let me go down a little bit. Remember now, if you're a female, you know I might be singing down an octave, but just sing it nice and. I'm going down low. It might be a little too low for you, but we're gonna get there. Don't worry about it. And remember, when you're down low, don't press it, finesse it. Sometimes you gotta sing those low notes, and you can't be pushing it too hard. It doesn't do anything. You do your voice any justice. So E, A, O, U. The singer's vowels. E, A, A. When you do A, make sure you drop the jaw. A, O, and U. Breathe. E, A, O. So we're gonna do an E. It's a lift more than a breath, but you can catch a little breath. E, A. Okay, you are sneaking breaths in there, but it doesn't need to be like. You know, we want to get you used to being able to breathe quickly and cleverly, if that makes sense, so that the audience doesn't know. And the reason that is, especially on a phrase like this, when you go to your high voice, you need to have all your air moving. Remember this? When you breathe in, do this as you're singing out to replicate the air moving, reminding your brain to tell your stomach and your lungs to keep the air flowing out. Give me a little crescendo. Remember crescendo? That means increase in volume. Eyebrows always at the top of the phrase. Breathe. Eyebrows and smiles. Yeah, come on. Vibrato always. Follow me. Breathe. Oh, yeah, come on. Yeah. What? A little faster. Breathe. Eyebrows. Drop the jaw. Oh, yeah. Now that I want you to accent, not punch, you see what I'm saying? I don't want you to strain, but I do want an accent. So that means oh, 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 oh. It doesn't have to be a punch, and the reason I want it to be an accent, not a punch, is because, well, punching is unhealthy, but I want you to throw a little vibrato on there. Okay, these are some of our older regular warm-ups, but we're gonna keep it R&B, we're gonna keep it soulful, keep it churchy. Oh, oh, you hear me? Oh, oh. But don't do it too crazy now, because you put too much vibrato and it might start messing with the pitch. We don't want that. Oh, oh, yeah. What? Oh, my bad. Oh, breathe. Falsetto if you got to. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Do not pass out getting lightheaded. It can happen. Last warm-up of the day here, and I want you to do these exercises I mentioned in the beginning of the video twice a day. In the morning, you definitely want to focus more on your breathing and it's the straight hums, those hum warm-ups that we were doing in the morning. You don't want to hurt anything, you know what I mean? It's just like, working out. You wouldn't just get up at 6 in the morning and just start sprinting 100-yard dash. I don't know if you're into sports or whatever, or if you know about that, but you got to stretch, you got to warm up, and I think you understand that. So on this one, we're going to do Have You Seen Lucy Today? For you, it's up here. Have you seen Lucy today? Come on. Eyebrows. You remember this one. Have you seen? And you want to go to falsetto, smooth. It's hard. Lord have mercy. Breathe in. Have you seen Lucy today? Here we go. Come on. Have you seen Lucy today? Breathe. I'm going back down. Breathe. Have you seen Lucy today? Yeah. Have you seen Lucy today? Have you seen? We want to speed up and go back up. Have you seen Lucy today? 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 Yeah, what? Have you seen Lucy today? Stay up there. I had to drop to my man. But you go up. Ooh! Haha, I'll be slow. I'll be slow sometimes. Oh man, okay, so for old time's sake, you just want to do many mumbling mice? Of course you do. Do I remember? I mean, here we go. Many mumbling mice. You repeat after me. Are making merry music in the moonlight. Making merry music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. You stay up there, I'm dropping down. It's many mumbling mice, and then you repeat, and then I say, are making merry music in the moonlight. You repeat, and then I say, mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight. Eyebrows and smiles. Mighty nice. Eyebrows and smiles. Oh Lord. Many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight. What? Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight. Nice. Many mumbling mice. You better breathe. Eyebrows are making merry music in the moonlight. Sing it in pitch. Mighty nice. Don't be flat. I know it's high. Eyebrows. Many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight. Woo, woo, woo. Mighty nice. Go to falsetto if you have to. Many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Come on, come on. Many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. Many mumbling mice are making merry music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. That's it, y'all.